when my professor told me no one cares if you teach, he was basically saying your entire life dream is fucking useless and you're wasting your time. Now, if I wasn't, at that point I was old enough to recognize, to actually just not give him the respect that he should have as my professor, right? But if that thought creeped in my mind, I'm going to start negatively reflecting on my own desires and my own dreams based on that perspective. And then I'm going to subsume that perspective, right? Without even recognizing that I've subsumed it, because it's coming from a power position. Whereas if I can, like, one of the things that I would say is, like, now that you recognize that you have that, I would start feeling like, here's an example of this. Like, I would start feeling my life like that's above me every day that I work. Right. And then, you know, that you've seen the ones in my office, right? Like, to be honest with you, if I was a cooler person, I'd have them tattooed all over my arms. Right. And the reason that I do that is not because I need that reminder, but I want a specific set of cues. Remember in the little book of talent, they're talking about taking cues from the set around me. So like Steve, I believe you're fucking amazing. You're a hard worker and you're going to ace this test. In the space that we're in right now, this is a very friendly space. Do you share some of that belief with me?
Yes.
Okay. How many cues in your environment that you're around right now remind you that you have that belief?
I mean, I look for it externally on the internet or something.
But you have to actually go actively search those things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's the next one. How many cues came from that other perspective? How much memory, how many experiences gave you reason to drop into that other perspective?
Basically, 22 years of my life.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden you have zero cues reminding you on a day-to-day basis of this new perspective that you're building, and you have 22 years of lived experiences that help you drop into that other experience. So guess what happens when you're mentally and emotionally overwhelmed? Guess where your mind goes to?
Those 22 years. Yeah.
But if you can start building, and this is like, one of the things I'm constantly on the search, like, I mean, they're literally fucking all over the place. My wife used to laugh at me. She's like, "What? Why are you?" They're like all in my backpack, in my wallet, like, so that as I'm going about my life, I run into this cue and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I believe about myself. So that I remember, like, I'm not crazy. I mean, maybe I am crazy, right? But at least being crazy, I have a positive self-reflection and I can base as a way to kind of set that up.